சர்வ சித்தி விநாயகனே சரணம். Gentlemen, this is Atlanta Ganesh. I am a story writer, director, and producer. All my Tamil stories are translated in English by my very close friend, Mr. Ramamurthy, who lives in Atlanta. Please enjoy the stories. He is a very good storyteller. Thank you.
This story begins with this opening scene. A car entering the garage at high speed. Then the doors are slammed shut with a banging noise by Ram Sam, who drove the car at such high speed. Frightened by the sound of the car door, his daughter enters, anxiously asking, "Why you are coming alone? Where are they?" Ram Sam, in a lukewarm expression, said, "I have dropped them off midway, as they complained that my conversation was terribly irritating, annoying, and boring to them. So I dropped them off midway." The daughter was terribly shocked. "Daddy, what are you talking? What's all this? You forgot who they were. They are my father-in-law and mother-in-law. How can you show this kind of a disrespectful attitude towards them?" Ram Sam, with utter unconcern, replied, "I should not have not only dropped them midway, but slapped them for what they said. My talk causes headache for them, they say. They have hurt my self-respect. They deserve this, yes, they deserve this." Saying this, hurriedly, Ram Sam went to his room and shut the door again loudly, as if his anger did not subside. His daughter immediately took a car and drove past in the direction where her in-laws were dropped off. She met them on her way and requested them to forgive her father for what he did to them. But her father-in-law was in no mood to forgive him. He was terribly upset by her father's careless behavior in having them dropped on the road itself. What is he thinking of him? Does he think that he is still an IPS officer? He is retired. He has no power. He has no authority to treat me shabbily like this. He went on shouting like this uncontrollably. This hapless girl almost fell at his feet and pleaded for mercy, then took them back home. Even after reaching home, he did not appear to be normal. He shouted, "Let my son come home, let my son come home. See what is going to happen." Now, both Ram Sam, the retired IPS, and his daughter's father-in-law were in loggerheads with unrelenting rage. This is the situation in the house now. Let us go back to find out what transpired between them. Who is this Ram Sam? It is just an abbreviation of Ramasamy, an IPS official. well known for his straightforward and honest character, unrelenting to any pressure, even from ministry. All were treated equally before eyes of law, without showing any undue favoritism to anyone. This good quality made him stand out high in the society, and public adored him for his unblemished service. This is the background of IPS Ram Sam. Next, let us go to see the other person scenario. This is a scenario. In Chicago, in US, a car is proceeding towards Chicago town. There were three passengers. The driver is Ram Sam, a retired IPS, now retired after his retirement, staying with his daughter. The three of them proceeded to a nearby Indian store in Chicago for purchase of provision and other things. After settling the bill in the department store, they headed towards Ram Sam's house. While returning home, our Ram Sam engaged in a conversation with his co-passengers seated in the back seat. During the course of the conversation, Ramsang said he was very happy in talking with them untiringly for the past 3 days. The gentleman who came with him in the car and seated in the back seat abruptly replied, "For the past 3 days, your continuous chat was terribly annoying, causing severe headache to us." On hearing that his chatting was annoying, Ramsang suddenly pulled over the car to the side of the road and shouted at the man behind him, saying, "What? My talking is causing headache to you? Then why the hell did you come with me in my car? Get down from the car and go home by walk." The co-passenger was shocked to receive this unkind treatment from Ram Sam and urged his wife also, who came with him, to get down from the car. Ram Sam, after dropping them off midway, hurriedly sped away. What happened thereafter we have seen in the beginning of the story. Ram Sang's daughter questioned her father for dropping off her father-in-law and mother-in-law midway, then rushing back to them and taking them back home. We have seen this. Okay. Then who are they? A small intro about Kuppuswamy. He hails from Kurumbu, a hamlet in Tirunelveli district. He had 4 sons. He was somewhat happy about all of them being sons. That means only income by way of dowry. In a way, that gave him a sort of feeling of superiority, or a kind of arrogance to treat the father of the brides disrespectfully, harassing them for more and more money, etc. Our IPS Ram Sam had 4 daughters. One of the daughters is wedded to Kuppuswamy's son. They are settled in Chicago. Ram Sam's son-in-law comes home in the evening not knowing what all had happened in the house since morning. Ram Sam's daughter receives him with the utmost courtesy, and after initial exchange of pleasantries, at an opportune moment, she narrated what happened in the morning. "Both your father and my father locked horns with each other on frivolous grounds." The son-in-law, still under the influence of his wife's special love and affection shown to him after his return from office, was in a jubilant mood. He consoled his wife, saying, "My father is always behaving like this, not respecting others. He thinks he is licensed to treat others disrespectfully just because he happens to be the father of four sons. He takes advantage, undue advantage, of being a father to son and thinks that whatever he says should be tolerated by the daughter in law's family. That's too much. That's very bad. I will talk to him and correct his misconception. Thus, he plans to revolt against his father. What happens next? We will see in the part 2 of this episode. Thank you.
Writer's note from Atlanta, Ganesh. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you all enjoyed the story. Please give us your feedback. See you next week. Thank you. Bye.